So I come over to Nigel's to pick this block up, go and start tearing it down so I can go through and 1/2-inch head stud it, because this is the new motor for Ghost. Let's see. Yeah, he has a bolt in the back of it. So I gotta pull a bolt out the back of it and just pretty much lift it up out of there. Finally getting time to get this thing pulled out. Let's get it tore down today. Start, see if we can't start working on the 1/2-inch head stud deal for it. Got it tore down. I'm gonna go ahead and start cleaning the head surface up. So start doing the drilling and tapping for the 1/2-inch stud stuff. Then I'll go through and put it in the vat and wash it out real good. Getting back work on this thing, I have to measure my holes out. So I'm gonna get my tap, my drills and all that. I'm gonna start drilling this thing and get it ready for 1/2-inch studs. Sorry about the noise. I got this bolted down. Sometimes they said in the video to turn around and put them opposite, but I haven't measured it. I watched another video like this, so we're gonna roll with it like this. So first you use your 27/64 bit, and this right here is a set screw that locks in that keeps this thing from pulling out while you're drilling. They say these little pieces right here are so hard, these metal pieces, that these drill bits will never hurt that. But this is the first one we're gonna drill. We're gonna go through and drill all of them with the 27/64s. Then we're gonna swap over to our 33/64s, and then we have one on our tap here. See this? We got this on our tap. You slide it on backwards before you put it down in the hole, because it will not go over that end. So let's go ahead and get this drilled. That drill bit made short work out of drilling these. I mean, it was going awesome. It knocked it down super easy. So now we got to step up to the next size and we got to start blowing the holes out and tapping it. So I set my depth up on here that way I could drill them all the same. Come out, I put it at 2.55 because that was about the even between them. I know it says online to drill it to that, but I figured, oh well, we're gonna mess it up. Let's say mess it up. You know what I mean? Like I got the depth finder right there. Everything was within very small numbers, so I just put it at 2.55 because we got 2.66 and 2.47. So I just put 2.55. I'm gonna blow the holes out. Said that's my 33/64. I'm gonna put it back up there, and then I'm gonna start tapping them. And then I can pull these out and do them the same way. All those are drilled and tapped, so now we can start pulling out these bolts. I got that one in there just holding it. I start pulling these out one at a time, pulling them forward, and then we'll be done with this side. We can go to the other side. So we're 1/2-inch studded on this side. So now let's go to the other side and do the other side real quick. Y'all check out this freebie right here. Come and bought some tires and got a free dart block out of it. It's got some damage on bottom of that sleeve and that sleeve, but they, you know, they say I'll probably, well, a couple of them looks like they got some damage in the bottom of them. But Jordan, what do you think?
I think you'll get it fixed.
That Jeep don't care, does it?
No, Jeep don't care. You'll be in
that
good
Jeep
shape.
Don't care. All right, now. All right, so like I said, we got Kaidyn that dart block for his car. So his car, it's gonna be a little bit lighter as far as the chassis on it. So I figured we can move some things around and stuff like that. And we probably use that dart block in it. It's something usually I wouldn't even consider having a iron block in my car. Like I've had iron blocks, I never liked them. But I've also not had a chassis like Kaidyn has neither, you know what I mean? Where I can move weights around and the car ain't freaking 4,000 pounds or whatnot. But I feel like the stars align the way they need them to align. You know what I mean? I'm a true believer in karma. I believe what goes around comes around. I believe fake friends are only here for a short while. Family's here forever. And just because you're family don't mean that you gotta be blood. You can be family with people. A person I will fight with, you can consider that being my family. A person I would fight with, I would die with. You know what I mean? Just the way I believe. It's the way I've always believed my whole life. It's the way I've always been. You know, my dad raised me on morals, and the morals he raised me on made me into the man I am. I'm not a cheater. I'm not a liar. I'm not a fence jumper. I don't jump fences. The people I ride with are the people I ride with. If I can call you at 2 o'clock in the morning, that means you can call me at 2 o'clock in the morning if you need me. It's just kind of how I've always been. It's the way I believe. I think it's kind of in your DNA, you know. There's certain people that's going to come along, they're going to be there for a little bit, but they're going to move on somewhere else. They just there trying the next ladder. Like the enemy's racing, they got me a shirt or whatever, and it's a ladder, and it has a snake wrapped on every step up through it. And what Jamie explained to me, he said, you know, he said, every level in this game that you step up to, you're going to have snakes. You're going to have enemies. There's enemies everywhere. Every level to the game, you got enemies. So some of them's in your own backyard. You know, I keep my grass cut clean, low. That way I don't step on those snakes. I don't keep a lot of friends. I keep a lot of family. But when it comes to like Kaidyn's car, like I said, I got it that dark block now, so I'll get it repaired, get it fixed, if they can fix it, which I'm pretty sure they can. Then I also I got some Johnson lifters, short travel lifters. Nigel has some parts over there.
At the next stop sign, turn left.
Nigel has some parts over there that I could build this motor out of if I can get them off of it. You know what I mean? Like if I can get the rod, the crank, and the pistons, I probably already got a set of rods. He's got a set of heads if I can get them.
At the stop sign, turn left onto Tryon Courthouse Road. Then take a slight right turn onto County Line Road.
But he has them pistons over there and a crank that he ain't using. I could probably get them off of him. Then we have I think he has a set of trick flows over there if I can jew him out of them. So that would leave me a camshaft, some push rods, an intake, set of rods, bearings, a little bit of machine work. And I pretty much have Kaidyn the motor for his car to start with. And then I'd have to get a transmission for him and a converter. So, like I said, it's a slow process right now, but once I get all the key pieces,
take a slight right turn onto County Line Road.
Fast. I really got to start saving some money up to get Ghost back together. I got Ghost. I've done the 1/2-inch head studs in the block yesterday for it. I'm gonna buy a new piston and a new set of heads for it, and then
in about 6.5 miles, turn right onto North Canceller Street.
Stop being off. But anyways, I gotta go through and get a set of pistons and a set of heads. I'll have Ghost back together. I'll start turning it back. I gotta get a different radiator, a water pump, and a little stuff, turn it back into a real street car, like something I can take to the track and we run real street with and all that. But Kaidyn's car, so I gotta get a converter, I gotta get a transmission. So if any of y'all want to sponsor me, come on, we waiting for it. I gotta get shocks, I gotta get coilovers for the rear, I gotta get struts for the front, I gotta get caster camber plates, I gotta get a steering shaft and a steering wheel, I gotta get another fuel tank system, I gotta get an intake, transmission converter, a few big pieces. We get past some big pieces, like I say, I get the drive line stuff, then I'll be able to go through and start getting the wheels and all that stuff and get the car together to a roller and get it painted. But like I said, I mean, I want it done tomorrow, but I ain't got the money to get it done tomorrow. But as soon as I get everything squared away with that, then I'll be busting ass off. Plus, I need to get a freaking garage up at the house. I really need to work on getting the financing for that side of things. That way I can get a garage up, get the concrete laid, get all that done. I like doing stuff myself, but at the end of the day, big stuff like that's usually a little better just to pay somebody to do it. And right now, I just don't have the money to pay somebody to do it, but I really need to get the garage up next door so I can film more videos for y'all and stuff like that. Because it's just hard to film race car stuff right now, being that it gets dark so early, it's cold outside, it's windy, and everything else that's going along with it. But we'll get there. I appreciate y'all coming along for the journey. So let's get out here. I'm running out here to Kings Mountain, put a fog light in a freaking BMW for a lady. She's a good customer of mine. She called me, so I said, heck, I'll drive down here. So it's like a 30-minute ride to put a fog light in. But, you know, when people have people they trust and they have faith in, they ride with them. And I got a lot of people that ride with me that just, that are there because they know how I am. They just won't go elsewhere. So I appreciate y'all.